Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to do a quick review of the Samsung Active 2 Golf Edition watch. So I've had this for about maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks now, and obviously I'm a big fan of Garmin, so I'll kind of do a little comparing and contrasting how it, you know, compares to that one. But, overall, I'm not surprised by kind of what I think about this one. It's gonna be kind of exactly how I thought it would be. And at the end of the day, this is a smartwatch that can do fitness. This is a fitness watch with some smart features, and that's the best way I think I can kind of just summarize it. So while this has a lot of cool smart features, apps, things that, to be honest, I don't use, but perhaps someone else might. So that's why this review is going to be, obviously take it with a grain of salt, because everyone's going to have different things they like and need. So I'll first talk about what I like about this watch, kind of what's good about it. First, obviously, I think the most obvious one is the screen. So you do have a very nice, vivid, beautiful, colorful AMOLED screen. But I like this one better, or just the Phoenix one in general better. And the reason for it is that, first of all, always on. I mean, I know I could turn it on, but then you sacrifice battery. And even with always on, it just kind of, dims out. But daylight or daytime viewing outside, this by far is way more legible than this one. So yes, the screen looks more beautiful, but I really like the Garmin kind of whatever they call this ink display. And I tried the Vivo Active 4, or I should say the Venue, which had the AMOLED screen, and I had the same issue with it. It's nice, but after the honeymoon period's over, where kind of the newness and coolness wears off, and then practicality sets in, you quickly realize that I think just this one is a better route to go. The other part, actually, I don't like is, this bezel control, and this is, I had a watch, was it the Misfit Vapor, I believe it was, which also, had a similar kind of thing, and didn't really quite like it. Obviously, the bezel, the physical bezel is going to be much more, intuitive, but, I knew that going into it. The one thing I did really like about this is for sleep, being that it's a little bit thinner, that helps. So as you can see here, it's got a thinner profile, but also kind of a sleeker profile where it doesn't kind of get hung up. So like this one I can't sleep with. It's just too big for me to sleep with. I'm kind of a picky sleeper, so this just kind of would get caught up on the pillow or the blanket. I just can't sleep with it on. The Garmin Phoenix I kind of could. So it's this one. This one's kind of a snag magnet, just because how kind of boxy it is. So this one I was able to sleep with and track my sleep. So that was a plus. The band is nice. As far as accuracy, so I did wear it for 2 workouts. I did a biking with it. And along with this one, I kind of wore them at the same time, just to kind of track to see how they would do. And it's on par with it. I mean, I think they were pretty much step in step with tracking. So accuracy wise, I feel like Samsung's come a long way. This is actually my first Samsung smartwatch since the S2, I believe. That was probably the last time I used a Samsung, and then I kind of switched to like Garmin and some of the more fitness oriented brands. Ultimately, I just don't like a smartwatch. I'm not a big fan of smartwatches. I just don't really find I need them. I always have my phone on me, so I just don't ever see a scenario where I can put some of the other stuff it does to use. It's just too small to read emails on or reply to emails, or I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a big smartwatch guy. I prefer fitness watches, so that's kind of why I've been kind of grown to appreciate the Garmin's because they focus on fitness first and kind of throw in a sprinkle of some smart features, which is just enough where it notifies me of a message or an email. I can just kind of get a feeling of who it is, and if I need to, I can pull up my phone and read it. The other part about this one I can't stand is the lag on it. So when you get an email, and let me see if there's a way to reproduce it. And I'm going to send myself a quick email here, and so I can kind of demonstrate it. And maybe it's time for a new laptop because this freaking thing is slowing like crazy. Okay. Okay, so just sent myself an email, and we'll see if we can show what I mean. Actually, we'll see if we can do it on both of them. I'm using my phone to record. Here we go. See? So, got it on here instantly. Maybe it's disconnected, so we're going to edit this part out. So one other issue with this watch, and I think another reviewer touched upon this. Actually, I can't remember who. I don't know if it was this specific watch or just one of the Samsung watches. It's kind of the lag. So when you get an email, you first get the icon pop. So first, you have to flick your wrist, wake up the screen. You get, like, for example, a Yahoo logo pop up, and then you gotta wait, and then eventually you get on this one, I get an email, I flick it, I see who it is, who it's from, a couple quick words, I go about my life. This one, it's like, you gotta like dedicate like a good 5-6 seconds just to kind of get a glimpse of it. So it kind of negates the convenience aspect if I have to sit there and like stare at it. I just think it should be like the Garmin. It just pops up. I don't need to see a logo of, whether it's Yahoo or Gmail or what it is. Just show me the message, just boom, instantly bring it to the front. So don't really like that either. I don't know. This review, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of positives to say about this one, to be honest, other than the price. So I would never in a million years pay what these go for, which is what, $250. Samsung, as of recent, had some good sales, and I got this I think for like $108 with tax or something like that. So for $100, figured why not. And the main thing I'm actually looking to try is the golf mode. So that was really the main reason I bought this. But I kind of just tried the fitness thing. I kind of tried the watch knowing I wouldn't like it already. That's why this review is kind of, I don't know, a little biased perhaps, because I kind of already knew I wouldn't like it. I already knew what it was gonna suck at, and I knew this would be the watch for me. But the golf thing I want to try. This doesn't have golf mode, so kind of curious to test out the golf mode, because even on the Phoenix, I had golf mode, but some of the features you had to get like the club accessories, or actually get their you have to get Garmin's, I think, the Approach watch to get all the golf features, like the Smart Caddy. So this has some cool features I'm kind of curious to try, where it'll measure your shots so you can kind of pinpoint from where on the course you're hitting. So that was really the main reason I bought this watch, was for the golf. So haven't had a chance to golf yet, so when I do golf, I'll come back and post an update. But just from the kind of my first impression of it, it's a nice watch. And if you're looking for a smart watch, then yeah, this is a good smart watch. But if you're really more about fitness and just want a good fitness watch, I think you'll be happier with a Garmin watch in the long run. I think initially when I first got into Garmin, this kind of that washed out screen was kind of like, like I'm used to kind of all the bright, colorful screens. But give it a week or two and you'll appreciate the practicality and usefulness of this screen over this one. But yeah, Although battery life hasn't been too bad, I don't keep the screen on because I probably should have tested to see what I would get. But with screen off, a couple workouts and just notifications, I probably get about 3 to 4 days. So which is not bad for a kind of a smartwatch main phone, but that was kind of limited use. If I used GPS, like I went out for a bike ride, then I think I ended up charging maybe after 2 days after using the GPS, or maybe that same day. I can't remember if I used a GPS after a fresh charge or not, but yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say about this watch. Other than get the Garmin. Uh, any of them. I mean, they're all kind of the same. Depends what you're into. I'm a big fan of the Solar Instinct, more so for the price, but I do miss kind of the larger screen of the Phoenix. So maybe when the new Phoenix comes out, maybe I'll jump over to try that one. But this one's been a great watch, and for how cheap it was and how light it is, and the solar power is greatness. Now that I'm actually going outside more because it's nice here in Chicago, I'll be able to maybe do a little testing on the solar capabilities of the Instinct. But this one, honestly, I'm just going to use for my golf. I wore it for 2 weeks off and on testing it, but I'm going to turn it off and just toss it in a drawer. And next time I go golfing, I'll test out the golf feature, just because I mean, if I didn't have a watch, sure, but I mean, this one is just, in my opinion, better in every category. And to be honest, even on the smart features, I prefer it, because checking messages in this one is much easier than that one, I find. Maybe just getting used to, but when I get an email or a text, it instantly shows me who it's from and a brief description. This one, like I said, the lagginess is just makes me not want to check my message. Let me think here if I'm missing anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Overall, it's an okay watch. It's for a Samsung, it's probably one of the better ones I've tried. But again, take it with a grain of salt. I am not a smartwatch fan. So, and this is what this is. I'm more of a fitness watch fan. And this one, I think, just really nails it. This is still my favorite watch. I mean, Phoenix 6 Solar would be my favorite, but for the price, this one, because this cost about a third of what a Phoenix would probably cost, so can't beat that. All right, I think that is pretty much it, guys. So I'll come back in this one maybe in a few months once I golf, because that's really the main thing I'm interested in. But overall, this watch has been flawless. Been using it a little bit in the sun, so I haven't still kind of gotten the solar part down, but I've been taking it biking and it's been working flawlessly. And verdict is, as you can see, I went back to the Phoenix bands, and these are just, I mean, to be honest, I think this watch should come with these kind of bands. The ones that it comes with, I don't like. The fact, it's just, you can't do that with the stock bands. It doesn't lay flat, and this just fits the wrist better and more comfortable, I think. All right, short, quick video on the Garmin. Thanks for tuning in, and I think the next time I'll be coming back on this watch is maybe if I do some solar testing and I have a little bit more to talk about, if the solar really is kind of effective in terms of where the watch can kind of just sustain its own on its own. So once I had a chance to do that, it might be another couple months before summer. Maybe I have enough sunlight to test it. And then I'm hoping to hit the golf ranges here in the next week or two, or sometime soon before it gets too hot. I'm a seasonal golfer, so I golf spring and fall. I'm not a big summer golfer. I hate hot weather, so maybe I do seldom golfing in the summer. All right. Yeah, this was kind of an off-the-cuff review, so not scripted by any means, so I apologize if I didn't cover everything I wanted to cover. All right, catch you on the next one.